Good morning, my friends. How are you? This is Kate, and I am a Rise trainer. It's so funny, like I'm trying to think about how to identify myself to those who are new coming on. And it kind of talks a little bit about this idea of change and how change happens. And I want to start though, before we get into that, about my camo fleece. Do you like it? So here's the thing. I always was like, "Ugh, I don't like camo." And the reason probably is I associate it with hunting and my husband and my son and hunt, and every year there's a hunting excursion from my house, and and it just has like negative connotations to me. And I even remember my son's birthday's right around then, like kindergarten, having his little birthday party, and they got a deer right before it. And I'm like, oh, you got to get that deer out of here. We're having a birthday party. Anyways, so I associate camo in the past with that kind of idea. So last week I did a boot camp for a real estate company, and we dressed in camo. And it was such a pleasant experience that now I love my camo fleece. And so this camo has no new meaning for me. It's boot camp, and it's getting us together and really working on this profession that we love so much, our real estate profession. So anyways, it's changed. So as I'm identifying myself, and do I call myself a realtor? Do I call myself a teacher of pre-licensing? Do I call myself an instructor? Or do I talk about what I did last weekend, which is the Rise training? So I'm calling myself a Rise trainer for right now, and I'm having a change to my psyche. So I was thinking about that word psyche when I used it, because I was like, I'm going to put psyche in there because I think that there's a change, this love that I have now for my new flannel fleece and for this change. But I want to give you the definition because I didn't know how to spell it completely. And so the definition for psyche is the mind, soul, or spirit as opposed to the body. In psychology, the psyche is the center of thought, feeling, and motivation, consciously and unconsciously directing the body's reactions to its social and physical environment. So I'm changing my psyche. Which brings me to the next thing I want to share with you is yesterday I did a podcast takeover for Larry Laffer's podcast, Broker Talk. And it's a video podcast, so it lives on YouTube now. So go to Larry Laffer and find Broker Talk. And anyway, so why I wanted to do a takeover is because he has a script partner from Missouri. Do you like that? It's called Missouri, from Missouri. And they get on the phone, they get on a Zoom call every morning, Monday through Friday, and practice their scripts and their objection handling. And they do it as a ritual, which means it's a no-brainer activity. They jump out of bed and they get on the phone, on the Zoom with each other. They have a change to their psyche. And I was thinking, Larry's done it his whole profession, and he's been involved in real estate, I think, for about 15 years. But his partner is newer to it, and his name's Keith. And Keith has did a conversion several years ago from another profession, which he worked in for like 30 years, into real estate. So Keith was at a different phase in his profession, but as he got on these calls and as he started doing these Zooms, he became a script expert. He became a person who practices his craft, and he became, in his psyche, like an expert. And now he works with Keller Williams. And so I'm going to get this wrong, but they have like an ACO or an AOC or a COA or whatever, where you become a leader to your group of Keller Williams people. And he is that now, and he's a leader there, and he's starting a team. So the small change that happened several years ago, so it was like 4 years ago they've been doing this, was that they became script partners, and they had both been doing this coaching. They both hired, like, went into this coaching program that they purchased, right? And they became script partners there. And then it became this relationship, this ritual where they work together. And then they went from there to expanding on, it's more than just practicing objection handling. It's becoming the best we can be. It's making our craft amazing. And it goes back to my camo, and you think about boot camp, and that's what we do there. So as I sit here and I struggle, but to say, hey, this is Kate and I'm a Rise trainer, the point on that is that I want to change my psyche, and I want you to understand that's what I'm doing. So I want you to know that if there's a question that you have about the changes in our real estate industry, or you're looking for someone to help you with training, know that I can help. So anyway, that is that. Now, I want one more thing I want to talk about is another change to my psyche. And this is that this is my new office, and this is a home office. And it's a change to the psyche to be home. And this room is nothing goes in this room other than my studio. And when that door is closed, that there is no bothering me. But it's still like a change to my family. They're like, oh, mom's home. She can do this. Oh, mom's home, or my husband for my wife, right? My wife is home. I'll just have her do this. And I have to say to them, I am working. I'm working now more than ever. And so it's been a change. What about you? Have you been feeling change? What kinds of changes have you been going through that have to be a change to your psyche, right? So it has to be something that comes, and you, as it says, right? It's a thought, it's a feeling, it's in your consciousness, in its unconscious, and it's a change to you. But it may not look like a physical change, right? It might just be hating camo, then liking camo. Or it might be like Larry and Keith, right? Practicing on my own, or getting on the phone and having an accountability partner that makes me show up every day. I'm going to post it so that you don't have to go find it right after this. And I hope that you enjoy it. I don't know. I really enjoyed doing it. It was a super fun time. So anyway, my friends, as you see, my eyeballs are going like ziggy zag here. I always have to try to find my end broadcast. All right, so I won't see you tomorrow, but I will be at boot camp tomorrow, and I have a new celebration of my camo that's coming tomorrow, and I am so looking forward to it, and I am looking forward to 2023 and how we can sit a little more comfortably in our seats of our real estate profession, so that we have the confidence to sit a little taller, to be a little stronger, to practice a few things that are out of our comfort zone, because we can do this, can't we? I'll see you later.